Players executed. We started out a little slow on defense, and they really picked it up and played well. I thought we were undisciplined on snap count. We had 4 or 5 offsides penalties that we have to improve on. And then, early in the third quarter, I shouldn't have wholesale changed like I did. That part of that's my fault. We should have mixed some of the twos and younger guys in, and we wholesale changed, and they didn't play very well together. Did the same thing on punt. We put all the young guys in on punt, and we missed 4 or 5 tackles, and they returned a punt on us. And so there's a part of that the players need to improve on and get better. But the other part of it is I shouldn't have. I said on the headphones, I want them all out and put the other guys in, and I should have stayed a little longer with them and then let them mix in some. So, but other than that, we've done a nice job of taking care of the football. We forced a couple turnovers. We were able to use an up-tempo offense for the most part. And came in here and got a win. That's a pretty good football team. I think their quarterback's a really good player, and they've got some receivers that are skilled, that can catch. They have good schemes on offense, and I think they're well coached. They're going to win a lot of football games. So I'm happy for Coach Coker. I thought their team played very well, and for the most part, with the exception of some undisciplined offsides penalties. And then we didn't tackle. I saw 2 linebacker missed tackles, and then I saw a couple corners that should have tackled better. And we have to continue to get better in those areas as the season progresses, or eventually that's going to catch us.
JW really did a great job running the offense today and throwing the ball.
JW played well. He obviously threw the ball effectively, and we had a good plan, and he was able to execute our offense with a lot of speed.
Mike, what happened on that onside kick? Was that something that you
He kicked the tee.
It hit the tee?
He kicked the tee.
Oh.
If you noticed if you can go look it on tape, our guys ran right by the ball. I mean, if we were to plan it on doing that, we wouldn't run right by the ball. So when he came off to the sideline, I asked him. He said, "I kicked the tee." So I said, "Well, they're booing me." And I said, "I'm going to tell them they need to boo you for kicking the tee." So either way.
Different offense today than last week, just as far as opening things up a little bit.
I mean, it's the same offense. It's the same plays. It's just what the defense gives us, and it's the same plays that we've run last year or last few years. That's just what we are on offense, and as we progress, we try to take advantage of what the other team gives us.
Just talk a little bit about your young receivers, Mike, Seals, and Shepard, and Nateman. Those guys really seem to be rising up.
Those guys are getting better, and I mentioned in August that we had to. I felt like we had some young receivers who could make plays, but they just don't have any experience. And those 3 guys haven't played enough to even talk about. And we hope that as they progress during their career and as the season progresses in getting into conference play, that they'll gain valuable experience. There's really no substitute for playing in games. Like Aitman caught one ball and was standing straight up and got lit up on the sidelines. I mean, in high school they didn't do that, but in college that's what's going to happen. Those are examples of plays and things that happen to them that they have to correct as they move forward.
Mike, did you get a chance to see the replay on that shot Aitman took?
Yes.
Should have been a targeting call?
I mean, I thought so, but I don't know if anybody really knows what it is. It goes back to if the rule is helmet to helmet, that was helmet to helmet. Now, was he a vulnerable player? What's the word? What do they call it?
Danger.
No, they use another term.
Defenseless?
Defenseless. There you go. If he wasn't really defenseless. He was defenseless because he was standing straight up. So do I think that should have been a targeting call? No. It was a helmet-to-helmet blow, but the receiver wasn't defenseless. He could have defended himself. He just didn't do it. So I would hope that they won't make that call, because if I were coaching the young man that made the tackle, I would say that he did exactly what he was coached to do. But that's one of those calls that I think can go either way based on the new rule.